Hello, we're now going to look at our third type of tissue, muscle tissue. So we looked at epithelial tissue, which lines and covers, connective tissue, which connects and holds together, and now muscle tissue. And muscle tissue basically moves or allows things to be moved. And there are three types that we're going to look at. So the first type, this is from your textbook. It shows three types. These pictures aren't as clear, so I'm going to pull in some other. But the three types we're going to look at is striated, which is skeletal muscle. Then we're going to look at smooth muscle and cardiac muscle. So if I bring in this is a YouTube video where a professor is looking at a structure of the skeletal muscle. So when we're talking skeletal muscle, there's something called striations that you only see under high magnification, and they're right here. And it kind of looks like, you know how salmon has stripes on it when you're getting the muscle or when you're eating it? This is striation. So when you're looking at skeletal muscle, they're long tubes with nuclei on the outside and these striations. And since skeletal muscle is voluntary, you have to think about it. So when we're looking at the classification, it is a voluntary muscle. So if we go to the notebook and look on our note page, we're going to look at three different types of muscles. And I want you to pay attention to skeletal, cardiac, and smooth, and basically describe it and where it is found. Now this is just a quick introduction because we will spend a whole unit later on looking at skeletal muscles, and then we talk about the heart and the smooth when we talk about the circulatory system, and we talk about smooth muscle when we talk about the gut. So this is skeletal muscle. It is, if you look at the notes here, skeletal muscle is voluntary, which means you need to think about it. It has these striations we talk about, and it also is nucleated and not branched. So when we talk about the next one, which is smooth muscle, which is B, smooth muscle is very smooth. It has, can't really see it well in this one because it doesn't have the, detail we need, but it usually has little, they've got spindles in it. So we'll see if we can see it. Yeah, here, we'll pull this video back in again. No, you still can't see the smooth muscle. Anyway, the smooth muscle has spindles in it, and it has nuclei. And the thing about the smooth muscle is there's no striations, and it is now involuntary, which is good because you shouldn't have to think about digesting. The last type of muscle is cardiac muscle. So here you can see it's branched, and there are something called intercalated discs, which is very unique to cardiac muscle, but hard to see here. So let me find the other image. So here I'm pulling in another picture of cardiac muscle, and cardiac muscle has the branches. And there are these very unique parts that join one cardiac cell to the other cardiac cell, and they're called intercalated discs. And this is where one heart cell can communicate with another heart cell. So they are quite unique. Now, the thing about cardiac muscle is it's branched, it is striated, and it is also has these intercalated discs. So let's summarize here. So skeletal, we're looking at voluntary, striated, and long tubes with the nuclei on the outside. Then cardiac muscle is heart, and this is found on skeletal muscle, found on the skeleton. Next we're going to look at is cardiac muscle. Cardiac muscle is involuntary. And it is also striated, but it is branched. And it has those very important intercalated discs, which allow for communication between heart cells. Okay? And it is found in heart, and only in the heart. Next is smooth muscle. Smooth muscle is also very unique, in that it is involuntary. It has no striations, and it is found in gut and blood vessels. And it is it's spindle shaped. Not that it shows well in any of the diagrams in the textbook, but that's what it is. Okay, so that's all we need for the introduction for muscles at this time. We will go into more detail in another unit on muscles.